Anshu, can you chant after me, Nana? 8th one.
Okay.
Niyatam kuru karmatvam.
Niyatam kuru karmatvam.
Malli. Niyatam kuru karmatvam.
Niyatam kuru karmatvam.
Karmajyayo hyakarmanaha.
Karmajayo hyakarmanaha.
Karmajyayo hyakarmanaha.
Karmajayo hyakarmanaha.
Sharirayatra pichate.
Sharirayatra pichate.
Sharirayatra pichate.
Sharirayatra pichate.
Na prasiddhyeda karmanaha.
Na prasiddhyeda karmanaha.
Na prasiddhyeda karmanaha.
Na prasiddhyeda karmanaha.
So, niyatam kuru karmatvam. Let's do full lines. Pranavi, will you be making a full line?
Yes, sir.
And the full line. Niyatam kuru karmatvam. Karmajyayo hyakarmanaha.
Niyatam kuru karmatvam. Karmajyayo hyakarmanaha.
Sharirayatra pichate. Na prasiddhyeda karmanaha.
Sharirayatra pichate. Na prasiddhyeda karmanaha.
Niyatam kuru karma tvam. Tvam means you. So he is pointing directly to Arjuna and giving a direction. When teachers give a direction, that means that is to be followed. You don't ask questions. So this is a strong pointer to Arjuna what he must do. And teacher will ask you to do only those things that are really, really mandatory. He will not say optional items. He will say stone chai lapothe ledu alanti panulu chepparu generally. So here Krishna is directing him to do a karma which is niyatam. Niyati karma is, there are different kinds of karma, and I mean you can categorize karma into different possibilities. One of the possibility is called as niyati karma. Niyati karma is your bounded duties which you must do. For example, teacher, he or she must teach. Singer, he or she must sing. Mother, she must take care. She must care for the kids, right? Similarly, a politician must take care of the society and citizens, right? So there are some bounded duties for every one of us because we play different roles in our daily life. I may be a son, I may be a teacher, I may be an employee, I may be a father, I may be, likewise, you all have different roles in a day, right? In a particular role, whatever must be done, must be done. There are some bounded duties based on the role that we are playing in this world, right? So Bhagavan is saying that you cannot avoid having those niyati karma. Those are the bounded duties, these are must to do. And these are some of the things that we must do, not just once in a while, daily. Best example is brushing your teeth, keeping your body clean, right? We must keep our body clean, and this is a mandatory activity. This is not an optional activity that, oh, today I don't want to take shower because I don't want to. In my childhood, you can ask my mom, she's sitting here. I used to say that tigers and lions do not take showers, so why should I? I am a tiger, right? This is the foolish way we normally talk, sometimes for fun, sometimes seriously foolish, right? But what must happen is that we must understand, if we are reading this, we must understand that there are few things that are must to be done. The niyati karma is something that we cannot avoid or should not avoid, right? So Bhagavan is saying niyatam kuru karmatvam Why you must do? See, if we just tell what to do, the next question is why. This is a very, every foolish kid like me will ask the same question. Why not, Arjuna? He may probably ask the same. Why I must do? Because Bhagavan says, karma jyayo hya akarmanaha. Jyayaha is special, is greater than, is higher, right? So which one is higher? When you compare doing an action and not doing an action. So, for example, as a true seeker of spiritual science, as a true believer in God, right? When we come across the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and we commit to it, there are two options for us. One, we stick to it, or two, we give it up, saying, no, I want to relax, right? So there are two options always for us. Those two options will always be there. What Bhagavan is saying, the option that you take, which aligns you to the work that you must do, right, will take higher precedence automatically. And not doing an action that you must do has got no value as compared to the karma. So akarma and karma he is comparing. Akarma is doing the work that must be done and you don't want to do it. That is akarma, right? So he's saying that is always low in nature. Understanding this, we must understand that what if, for example, a very simple example, right? When you eat food, you are providing food to all vital organs of the body, including your hands. What is the hand doing in return? It is helping the body back, cleaning, right? And the same food that has to go into the body will be going through only these hands. What if hand decides one day that I will just take, I will not give back? Why I should do? I will not do. The moment it says that, the decline of that person starts, isn't it? In a very similar context, Bhagavan is trying to provide us the understanding that doing an action is always more higher than not doing an action. So you do what kind of duties? The bounded duties. The bounded duties based on various factors. Your role, your age, your qualities, your skills. Based on that, we must do certain things which are mandatory. And he is giving an example. See, what to do, why to do, and then giving an example. See that there it is happening, so why not you? Always give examples. When you want somebody to understand something, always give examples. Bhagavan is giving exactly the same example what we discussed. He's saying, Sharira Yatra api. Sharira Yatra means the journey of this Sharira. What is the journey of this body? Small, tiny baby, little organs, tiny fingers, soft feet. From there, it grows, and then shrinks to the old age, and finally disintegrates into the soil, right? So this is the journey of the body. Now imagine what this body is doing during this journey. What is it doing? Sharira yatra pichate na prasidhyed akarmanaha. There is not even a single moment where the body is taking a rest or not performing an activity that it must perform. Think about it, right? Our liver, our internal organs, every moment they are working. The eyes, as soon as you open, it starts capturing like an active camera, which is powered already. Where does it get this charging? For my phone, I have to charge every day, otherwise it will stop working. But this camera continuously works, right? So it continuously works. It has that ability to constantly be disciplined, first of all, wake up, be active, on the spot. Yes, sir, what do you want? You want me to see something? I'm going to see this. You want me to capture? I'm capturing it. Passing on to the mind. Hey, take it. This is what I captured. That's a constant activity these eyes are doing. Look how my ears are performing. Every now and then it listens. Never it says, I'm getting bored. Give me a rest. I want to take more, I need more sleeping time. Doesn't say that, right? It just stops. Imagine if it just stops. What will happen? One day it says, oh, today is Sunday, I want to take a break. You're not able to hear anything for one full day. Think of it. Does body do that? No. Body is the best example, where the body constantly strives to perform its bounded duty. An ear will not perform the duty of the eye. The eye will not perform the duty of the ear. Right? The tongue will not perform the duty of the brain. They will all be doing their bounded duties based on their skill, based on their nature at that point in time. They will struggle hard to fulfill their activities. This is what our body is doing. Look at the nature. We have sun, stars, right? They are constantly throwing this sunlight onto us, right? What if sun one day feels, oh, I should take rest? Why I should actually, throw this light on to all these planets, including that foolish planet Earth, which does nothing back to me. Nobody praises me. Nobody do prayers to me back. Nobody does Aditya Hrudayam these days. Why I should worry? I will just stop for one day. I will take rest for Sunday. I will sleep. No light. What will happen? Nature itself is showing an example that it is constantly working towards its goal, towards its ultimate goal of performing actions, whatever it is bound to do, right? Plants, animals, everything in this world has been blessed to perform its duty by default, naturally. It's only the human being who has been given the choice of, do you want to do yes or no? That yes or no is only available to human being. And so most of the times, human beings are bound to say no, which Bhagavan is saying is not correct, is lowly. So think of it. Whenever there is a decision making that happens in life, where you are confused about performing an action or not performing an action, think, is it your duty? If it is your duty, then the signal here, what Krishna is giving us is, for not even a moment, think of a no as the answer. It may bring you problems. It may bring you, let's say, hardships. It may bring you body pains, mental agony. Forget about all that. If it is a duty, go jump, do it. This is the signal. This is the direction what Krishna Paramatma is giving in the verse number 8. Okay. And with a beautiful example of our own body. If you're confused, look at your body. If you can't allow any of the organs in your body to take rest for one day, then the same thing applies to us as well. This is what Bhagavan is strongly explaining to us, right? Now, let's get into 9. Welcome, Krishna. Mayuka Talli, will you chant after me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, uncle.
Yajnarthat.
Yajnartha.
అది యజ్ఞ కదమ్మా, ఇంగ్లీష్ లో జే అనే రాస్తారు, కానీ మనం చదివేటప్పుడు యజ్ఞ, జిఎన్, జి అని చెప్తాను. యజ్ఞార్థాత్
Yajnarthat.
కర్మణోన్యత్ర.
Karmanonyatra.
అంటే కర్మణః అన్యత్ర, అన్యత్ర అంటే అది కాకుండా, రైట్? యజ్ఞార్థాత్ కర్మణోన్యత్ర.
Yajnarthat karmanonyatra.
గుడ్. లోకోయం
Lokoyam
కర్మ బంధనః.
karma bandhanaha.
లోకోయం కర్మ బంధనః.
Lokoryam karma bandhanaha.
తదర్థం
Tadartham
కర్మ కౌంతేయ.
karma kaunteya.
తదర్థం కర్మ కౌంతేయ.
Tadartham karma kaunteya.
ముక్త సంగ
Mukta sangha
samachara,
samachara,
mukta sangha samachara.
mukta sangha samachara.
Let's try to see the whole lines. Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha.
Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanat.
Tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara.
Tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara.
Very nice. ఇక్కడ లాస్ట్ వర్స్ లో వాట్ వి మస్ట్ డూ అన్నది చెప్పారు భగవంతుడు, అవునా? ఎనీ డ్యూటీ దట్ ఈస్ బౌండ్ టు యూ, యూ మస్ట్ డూ ఇట్. అంటే డ్యూటీస్ ఎలా వస్తాయమ్మా? బౌండ్ టు యూ అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? వై దట్ డ్యూటీ ఈస్ కమింగ్ టు యూ? బికాస్ యు ఆర్ గుడ్ ఎట్ దట్. అండ్ వై యు ఆర్ గుడ్ ఎట్ దట్? Because your body has been selected by the soul. Only the right qualified body and the right qualified family has been selected by the soul to perform this duty. That's why we are good at that. The decision has been made by the soul. The Jivatma which is there in us has taken the decision to select a particular body. This we have learned in chapter 2 also. కాబట్టి బాడీ రాంగ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సే లేదు. ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఇస్ అన్ యాక్టివిటీ కమింగ్ టు మీ, దట్ మీన్స్ ఐఎమ్ సపోజ్ టు డూ ఇట్. వై? మై జీవా హ్యాస్ ఆల్రెడీ డిసైడెడ్. దట్స్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టేకెన్ దిస్ బాడీ. ఇట్ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ ద బాడీ ఆఫ్ అన్ ant, బటర్ఫ్లై, caterpillar or something else, but it took the body of this Pavan. So it knows what must be done, and so the activity has come to me. And this activity has come to me based on my desires. Now it is choice up to me whether I want to do it or not. So Bhagavan is saying, if you have a duty, which means the duty is based on your desire, and that desire is known by your soul, based on that you have been selected to be in this body. Now the good part, right? Bhagavan is saying you have to perform this duty. But lot of people, including some of the previous verses, mentioned that when I'm doing an activity, there is a possibility of karma bandha. The name itself is karma bandha, which means you do an activity and get trapped. Right? You do an activity, get the results, enjoy the results, desire for more, and then get trapped. Why? When you desire for more, there has to be another action. There has to be another activity that must be provided to fulfill that desire. So that cycle repeats. This is called karma bandha. So Arjuna may think, oh my God, I may do it, but what if I get into karma bandha? Bhagavan is saying, do your duties, I will do it. What if I get to karma bandha? How can I get away from it? Is there a way going out of this cycle? Bhagavan says, yes, there is one way we can get out of this vicious trap. What is that? The answer to that is yajnarthat, which means perform an activity as if you are performing a service or a sacrifice. This is called yajna spirit. What does that mean? What is an yajna spirit? I think we discussed this in the past and also in some of the past verses in Buddhi Yoga and all. Does anyone remember what is that spirit of sacrifice? What sacrifice is all about?
Sacrifice is like losing something for others.
Losing what you own. You cannot sacrifice somebody else's property. I can sacrifice what I have, what I own, isn't it? Or what I thought I owned. Correct? Similarly, Bhagavan is saying, when you have to sacrifice, when you do a yajna, a sacrifice, what you do? Here is a fire. Usually this is how it happens in the rituals. You'll set up a fire, right? and you will invoke all the deities and gods to come and preside into the fire. Now what you do, you offer all the best things that you have into the fire and say, Swaha. It's going, mine is going there, right? So I'm saying it's going to you, right? I'm offering it to you. It's not mine, it's yours. This is what we say. And we anticipate, because we cannot give and throw anything that we have. It has to be cleansed. So what we say, Mr. Fire God, you are the ultimate cleanser of everything in this world. So you be the vehicle to carry my offering to those deities and let them know that I don't own this. This belongs to them. So he puts everything he has as if he does not own anything. And then once he offers that, what he is left out with is nothing that he owns. This is the concept behind yajna. Bhagavan is saying, when you are doing an activity, perform the activity with the same mental attitude. For example, a teacher is teaching in the class. He must understand that he is doing a duty and providing knowledge, and he himself being a channel, a medium through which the knowledge is transferring. It is not mine. The knowledge is not mine. The knowledge is my Guru's. And through this channel, through this medium, I am that bridge, helpless bridge standing there. That's it. My duty is only to stand, so I'm standing. Let the knowledge pass through me to everyone around me who are none other than Lord Shri Krishna. So his knowledge may go back to him, and me being just a bridge over there watching what it is happening, not feeling that this is mine. That kind of an attitude, mental attitude. Now, if this can happen to a teacher, this can also happen to a student. A student, in the other hand, listening to this might think, I am just a student, right? And I'm gaining this to lead a life, to provide this information back into the society. I want to gain to lose. This should be the mindset of the student. The student would say, I today am gaining this for the sake of sharing it. I am building wealth for the sake of helping the society. I am doing this work in order to provide shelter for many. With this attitude, when you are performing any action, all the actions you can tie it to others other than you. How it is going to be helpful for others. A doctor who is reading medicine, who is learning medicine, can easily think of the benefit of others, how many sufferings he is supposed to solve, how much of an obligation it is to fulfill that as a service. It's the doctor's wish. Either he can choose to say, I want to become millionaire. This is the science, this is the study which provides me the highest amount of remuneration every month. So I'm going to use this as my tool to gain money. Or he can say, here is what I have the ability to learn this knowledge, and through this I want to serve my society. Meanwhile, if wealth comes, I will consider that as a gift from God, and I will also do a lot of charities because of that. I want to share it across in the society. This should be the mindset of a person. And with that mentality, if somebody is working, that kind of mentality is called as yajna spirit or sacrificial spirit, yajna spirit, right? So Bhagavan is saying, yes, Arjuna, do your duty. You are worried about creating more desires, right? Now play this attitude in your mind when you're acting. When you are putting the arrows onto the soldiers' opponents to you, whoever it is, whether it is Dronacharya, Bhishma, whoever it is, when you're putting those arrows, you keep one thing in your mind. You are doing justice. You are going to bring harmony in this world, in the area of Kurukshetra. You are going to bring ultimate harmony where people can live under a righteous king, a king who is dharma, who loves dharma, who always sticks to the right things. Such a king, Yudhishthira, will be owning the lands. and you are a soldier in the war who is supporting that kind of a kingdom, not the kingdom where everybody is running for their own egoistic desires and obligations. So you are against them. You are against such bad evil which is spreading. It is not stopping, it is just spreading. Because Duryodhana is not just Duryodhana. Duryodhana has got friends all over. Gandhar, all, it is just spreading across. So stop this from spreading. Being a king, this is your duty. And perform your duty with that intent in mind that you are cleansing, you are protecting and building a nicer society later. With that mindset, if you act, it is Yajna spirit. But if you are just saying, I want to just kill them, get all the money, become the landlord, and then use this land for my material benefits, then it's wrong. That's when Karma Bandha comes. So he's just trying to give Arjuna a way to get rid of the sin of what he thinks is a sin by killing the elders in the family who are standing on the opponent army. We will get the same kind of a feeling when we are, sometimes when we are performing our actions, we may think that it may bring pain, it may bring lot of abuse, harassment, lot of unwanted situations that you don't want in a natural, in a society where you are living in, because everybody is doing something wrong. You also are part of that society. So if you don't do it, then you will be treated separately, right? So this is how we perform all the actions for the sake of others. We just follow others, but we don't know whether there is a benefit to others or not by doing this activity. So Bhagavan is saying, do your activity seeking the benefit in others all the time. This is Yajna spirit. Yajnarthat karmana anyatra loko ayam karma bandhanaha. If you don't do that way, then obviously you will get into karma bandha, right? Tada artham karma kaunteya. So that's how you do it now. You use Yajna spirit to perform your action, mukta sangaha, and be detached from the results. Because when you are working for the others, you don't worry about the results. Suppose if I am producing, if I have a farm and I'm producing the grains for others, for the society, because I don't farm for my house. I do farming and create vegetables, create produce for others. Of course, they will offer me something back as a gift, as a token of appreciation. They give me money, which I'll be using for my family. But I'm producing it for others. That's how every farmer is doing in this country and other countries as well. So when I'm producing, let's say today, this month I got, this year I got 20 bags of rice. Last year I got 40 bags of rice. Should I be worried? The answer is no. Why? You are serving the society, whatever best you can. You are saying, Bhagwan, in these situations, in these climatic conditions, I could provide only 20 grains of rice, 20 bags of rice to the society. That's my limitation. You will be just good about it because your intent is to serve. You'll be happy at least 20 bags you are able to serve. But if it is the intent is to make money, then you will have pain. Then you will think, oh my God, last year I got 40 bags, this is 50% reduction in my revenue. My capital has gone down. How am I going to do next? What I'm going to do next? Oh, all these drama. As long as you have the Yajna spirit, there is no attachment to the result is the indicator that Bhagavan is giving here. So Mukta Sangaha happens only when you work with Yajna spirit. Okay, that's the hint which is given in this verse. Okay. All right. So let's go and see what Bhagavan is, when he says Yajna spirit, he might give some examples too. So let's see what more he's going to talk about the Yajna spirit. And this chapter from here, it talks about Yajna spirit. Why? Because that's very, very important. Whether you believe it or not, that's the only thing which brings happiness into us. Everything else will bring pain. If not now, maybe later. But the only thing that gives happiness and constantly, continuously in our lives is when we work an activity, when we perform an activity, a duty with the Yajna spirit. And by doing that, we are cutting down the desire also. One less out of 100 desires, one is minus. So it's only 99 that I have to worry about. That's also a very happy good news about performing an action in what's mentioned in 9th. Let's go to 10th. Pranavitali, would you like to repeat after me? Saha yajna praja srishtva
सह यज्ञा प्रजा सृष्ट्वा
purovacha prajapatihi
पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः
anena prasavishyadvam
अनेन प्रसविष्यद्वम्
eshavostvishta kamadhuk eshavostvishta
एषवोस्त्विष्टकर्मदुः
kamadhuk.
कामदुः
Kamadhuk means Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu is a cow which sage Vashishta had, that had the ability to fulfill all your desires. Whatever you ask, that cow will give. Such was the cow. And this Kamadhenu was one of the outcomings of the Sagar Mathanam. If you know, there was a Sagar Mathanam between, that was done by the coordinated efforts of Devas and Danavas, right? And while it was being done, lot of good things came up. Halahala poison also came up, with Lord Shiva took, right? And then came Amrutam and all these things. So out of that also came Kamadhenu, a cow which was offered back to sage Vashishta. This cow had the ability to fulfill all your desires. So Bhagwan is giving that. Eshavostvishta Kamadhuk. So let's chant again. Saha yajna praja srishtva
सह यज्ञा प्रजा सृष्ट्वा
purovacha prajapatihi
पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः
anena prasavishyadvam
अनेन प्रसविष्यद्वम्
eshavostvishta kamadhuk
एषवोस्त्विष्टकामदुः
saha yajnaha prajaha srishtva. All the people that you see today, every creature that has been created by Brahma. Brahma, while creating this world, also created with the spirit of yajna. He never created anything based on his desire. There is no desire for Brahma. Brahma, who resides in Brahmaloka, is the best example of how an activity should be performed. He created everything absolutely the way it must be, so as to fulfill individual's desire. Pavan wanted to do something. Okay, so he will be given a platform. To have that platform, he should have these different things. Let's create. Right? Suppose Pavan becomes a donkey next year. Okay, so this donkey needs a master, a house to stay. Lots of loads he wants to carry. He wants to be treated and be fed immensely. Okay, for that he needs a master. I'll create a master. He needs a washing kind of an atmosphere. I will create it. Right? All these things he decided and then placed and planned appropriately. What if he was not doing with this yajna spirit? If he did not have the compassion enough to just do it for the benefit of all the souls that are desiring to get God realization, finally give up everything and go to Lord Shri Krishna and become Lord Shri Krishna. All the souls are nothing but Lord Shri Krishna. But they are deluded now with all the unwanted desires that they want to fulfill at any cost. So if you want to do that, you need a world to fulfill those desires. So he created compassionately this world. Not even a single needle missing, not a minutest of the requirement less than what it must be. That's the beauty of his creation. Everything has been created to fulfill everyone's desire, from the tiniest organism to the tallest of the trees. All the organisms, whatever desires they have a platform to fulfill. Such is the creation of Lord Brahma. And he did that with the spirit of yajna. It's only possible when you create with that mindset, you will be able to create everything in its completion, in its complete picture. You remember there was one shloka in chapter 2, I think it is 57, where Bhagavan says, Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. The excellence in the work comes from Buddhi Yoga, which means not saying that it is because of me, not doing because you want to do it. Just think Ishvara want you to do it. You are just performing his decisions and action, his directions. You are just becoming a tool and performing those actions. This is Buddhi Yoga, right? When you perform such things in his direction, there is nothing that can go wrong. Buddhi karmasu, yogaha karmasu kaushalam. When yogaha means merging with him and performing an action, not doing anything for your own. That's exactly Brahma created this world with the Yajna spirit. He didn't want to create anything for himself. He didn't want to try. Oh, what if human beings start flying? Let me test it out. So I'll create flying humans. This is not his experiment. This is his compassion to let souls do what they want to and finally understand that they can get rid out of this karma bandha and then only they can reach Paramatma. Give them the opportunity, and compassionately he is doing that yuga after yuga, yuga after yuga, yuga after yuga. He's not feeling tired of it. He's not taking a break. Why should we? Right? Saha yajnaha praja srishtva. He has created this world. Who? Prajapati. And what did he say? Puro uvacha. Long back he created all these things and he told. What did he tell? He told anena prasavishyadham eshavos pishta kamadhuko. He said, use this world now, O people, for fulfilling your desires. I am giving you this kamadhenu. I am giving you this world which is like kamadhenu. Whatever you ask, you will get it. You have a desire of becoming wealthy, you have opportunities. Go, play in this world, become wealthy. I'm giving you opportunities. I have placed all the opportunities right for you, right in front of you, right behind you, right at your back. You just have to pick it up and do whatever you want. With that compassion, he has done this. He has not dealt, oh, you are a bad person. For you, I will not give anything. He never said that. He gave the same to Duryodhana, Ravana, Vibhishana. Everybody got the same opportunities. Whatever is their desire, so shall be. Go. Eshavos twishta kamadhaka. Take it. Enjoy. Do whatever you want. I want to give you so that you can fulfill your desires. Without that, you cannot reach Lord Shri Krishna, Paramatma. So, I'm creating it for you. This is the compassion he has showed. That should be the way we should perform also. Like if you are building a bridge, if you know that the bridge is to be used by a lot of people, walking, people who walk, people who drive heavy vehicles, people who drive normal vehicles, middle class people like bicycles and all. Think of all those things while creating a bridge. Because then your bridge will become the best bridge in the world, which can be used by anybody in a more safer way, in a more happier way. This will come only when you think of others, like how Brahma is thinking, right? This compassion comes only when you don't have anything of your selfish goal. When your goal is to help society, that's when your thought process will change. Anything that you do, even a software, when I write a small software, I would like to see who are going to use it. What should I do more so that their life becomes easy? If I do with that mindset, there is no way my software can become buggy, non-reliable. It will become the best because I'm giving a thought about it, not about myself, but about others. This is called as Yajna spirit. Okay. All right. So today we will stop here and we will continue from 11 in the next session. Let's do the closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasthir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Akaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you everyone for joining. We will continue our journey in the next session. Okay, you all have a good rest of the week and catch up later. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Sri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Bye.
Bye, Tali.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Tali.